Special guest. I'm going the wrong way here with a very special guest tonight.
We have Dr. Emily Stein on our couch. She is in Vegas.
Dr. Emily Stein is here.
You guys, I know a lot of you guys gave us such incredible feedback. We had her as a guest on our podcast
2 months ago.
2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. It was a bit ago.
It was a minute.
And it was mind-blowing for so many of us because it was literally a re-education of things that we have thought we learned, we unlearned and relearned on that podcast. And then we realized Dr. Emily Stein is a microbiologist, an immunologist. What is
an everythingologist? She's like a biologist.
Bone biology.
She gets bone biology. She understands rheumatology. Like
bone biology. She gets a bone. She gets like a boner with biology. Yes. Is what I mean.
Wow.
Boner of biology.
You are cut off. You are cut off.
At Stanford, we would never talk about it like that.
But you know, you're not at Stanford. Yeah. You're here in the two crazy cat ladies.
Oh, Michaela, did we answer the ears? I followed from Instagram a little bit late. Okay. Hey, Amber.
Yes, so we want to get back to the ears.
We are so excited about this.
She's
sitting here in our house.
Yes.
Can you believe this?
So welcome to Q&A Monday. We have an expert here today to help answer your questions. On Instagram, we had a wonderful question. Thank you for following us over here.
Yes, thank you for...
yes, because I know you just love your baby so much that you would move platforms in order to get your question answered. So thank you. We've got the reoccurring ear infections, and we were kind of talking a little bit about yeast. Now, we just learned this weekend that this gal is like she's the everything.
You just called Dr. Emily a gal.
Yeah.
That's the wine talking.
Email. She's like, please don't talk to me.
No, it's fine.
It's okay. In moderation.
I'll just
go like, she's like even more than Jay. You guys know how Jay has like her personal bubble space. Yeah. Like, and Dr. Emily has given up her personal bubble space to be on this couch, smushed together with us to do our Q&As this Monday. So let's talk about the yeast real quick. And then Amber, we're going to answer your question too about Canada. So
that's yeast. That's Candida.
Oh, Candida.
Candida.
No, but Amber's in Canada and wants to know if she can purchase it.
So, yeah.
Can they purchase it in Canada?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And she said, do you, what was the question? Oh, it's not, is it just get it from your website?
Do you ship to Canada?
Oh, Shiza. I don't know.
Shiza.
I wish Lindsay was here. She's my...
Hey, Mr. Milligan.
Somebody else. You can try and go see.
Just email us go info@tfhealth.com or primaltx.com.
Yeah, I know in the footer of their website, it has international shipping. So
I'm a science nerd, not a salesperson. So
that's why
she's like, I don't really know.
I don't know how to buy it.
So let's tap into your science nerd real quick.
Okay.
When it comes to yeast.
So we're talking about teeth, we're talking about like dental health, but it's so much more than that.
No,
correct.
It's cranial health.
We just went full-blown brain on this. Hi, Judith. This is so exciting. Dr. Emily Stein is here. Do you see this?
Right here on our couch.
Right, Mr. Milligan?
Right here, now.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about cranial health. Let's talk about yeast. When someone is dealing with recurring ear infections.
Recurring ear infections, which is very common in dogs.
Check their mouth first.
Because normally when there's leaky gums, the microbes in the mouth go into the ear canal or the lacrimal glands.
On Instagram, she taught us that microbes
and they also penetrate the blood-brain barrier and go to the brain.
However, we're talking about leaky. I want to know.
I want to know to scare everybody.
No, but when we're talking about leaky, you just said leaky gums. And what, like, another word that we often refer to yeast as is leaky gut.
Oh, it's leaky gums first. Leaky gut second.
Is it the same kind of thing though, where the barrier just kind of like
disintegrates?
Wow.
Because the microbes know how to. So if you get certain microbes living in the mouth,
okay,
they have an arsenal of weaponry that penetrates the barrier because they need heme. They feed off of our iron in our blood supply. And then they
need heme.
Heme.
You heard about hematocrit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Holy moly, this is fun.
And that's why it's linked to anemia. Chronic candidiasis is linked to anemia. Chronic gum disease is linked to anemia.
So here's a question, because yeast is one of those things that I think is often misdiagnosed as a sensitivity or an allergy or something like that. So
it's a freaking infection.
Okay, but could someone be like, hey, I want to do a blood panel, and if they're anemic and also dealing with these things?
Follow it up. Do the microbiology, man.
Wow.
Okay, how do you do the microbiology?
What would you recommend?
You need to take your vet hard and get them to test. If not, contact us. We'll do it.
Okay. So
your vets have to show up though.
To help sending blood samples or whatever it may be.
Do the testing.
We're talking microbiome testing.
Yeah.
Yes. So animal biome is another
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Another way that you
could go
about.
Yeah. But I love animal biome.
I did not know that you did that until literally
R&D. We don't sell tests.
Okay.
This is a cost we just incur. Animal biome has a
don't
validated
say that
test.
On live. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I can get it for free." Okay.
No. Well, if you want to show up and do a research study, yes, we would love to do studies.
All I had to say is that you do some of the most incredibly
I'm not a
powerful
salesperson, so I'm going to get hit in the face.
She's like, I'm in trouble right now.
You guys know that like research is so wanting for our cats. So I do think that that is valuable information.
I would love more folks. We had 198 amazing people and rescue agencies volunteering rescue cats and pedigree cats and stuff for building teeth. But we really would love certain types of disease states
to also
help us further the research.
We need
let's do it, please.
Hey community.
Okay.
Maybe we should help them with some real research.
We're going to talk about that tonight. Text me so that we don't forget that, because we have like a whole text thread of things that we need to talk to you about tonight before you leave.
Okay.
So we're gonna get there.
My
boy's ears are always dirty and need cleaning. Our old vet put them on antibiotic drops, but I'd rather fix the issue than constantly use antibiotics. So Marie, the question is, did the antibiotics work? And like most likely what you are dealing with is, and we're seeing it, we saw it for 10 years, literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In our last business that we worked in dog health, we saw this, and it is consistently yeast. So one of the questions would also be, can they swab and check to see if this is a yeast issue? Because most likely it is. And the funny thing that we're learning this weekend is that if we clean up just the microbiome health, I want to say just in general, but in the mouth, which is what this is starting with, we're also actually helping to fix the yeast issue. Kill
the origin.
Is it the origin? The origin.
Explain that. Yeah.
Okay. So when we're born, all of us mammals born out of a placenta, which is the definition of a mammal.
Okay. Some people eat it.
Some people eat it. I know.
Continue.
Sorry.
As a former also anthropology major in addition to microbiology. Yeah, absolutely. It's
anthropology? Why? Like you were like stupid.
We didn't even know.
What?
We didn't even know what the anthropology part until right now.
The religion of rice is insane.
We're all learning.
The religions of the cultural. Okay.
We will talk about that after
oral
the
yeast, ear yeast. Okay. So the mouth is the origin, and what we're finding
born from a placenta.
Yeah. which is actually from your mom's mouth, coded you. And if she had gum disease, you hit the hijack button and you were preterm birth. That's what we're finding.
Did you
In
get that?
all mammals,
Did you get-
including cows.
Premature
Horses.
birth linked to oral hygiene.
Third biggest risk factor if you have gum disease.
How's that for a mind blower?
Oh, I have a question for you, but continue.
Okay,
Continue on
okay.
this.
so the
continue.
microbes burrow
When we're talking about
from
origin.
the mouth.
Okay.
They burrow into the sinuses, which is why you can get sinus infection, which is why a lot of people are using our human product for aesthetic dermatology before they get facial injections and derm fillers because they get biofilm from their freaking mouth. This is a big problem. And they burrow through the mouth, the soft palate, into the sinuses, into the ear canal, in the lacrimal glands, blood-brain barrier into the brain, which is why humans and dogs get dementia if they have gum disease. Cats and humans get chronic kidney disease if they have gum disease. Because it goes,
You heard it
so
here.
the microbes that cause a lot of the problems that are super high inflammatory are, they don't eat sugar. They eat the byproducts of sugar eaters.
They don't
Oh,
eat
so
sugar.
that's
They
what-
eat the byproducts of sugar eaters.
Yep.
The
I just
poop.
repeated it.
Which is,
It's the
poop.
micro.
They
It's the
eat-
microbes poop.
So that's why they live in the mouth, they live in the brain, they live in the pancreas, and then they live in the kidneys.
And you know that pancreatitis, like I read a
Type
study.
3 diabetes, pancreatic
Type 3
cancer.
diabetes.
Is pancreatitis.
Oh, I was like, I've never even heard of type 3 diabetes.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's a new
pancreatitis-
form that's predisposed for pancreatic cancer.
The studies show that like cats, the studies that or a study that was done on cats, that literally they died of like kidney disease or they died of like old age or they died of a car wreck or whatever. They did these studies of like all of these cats, dead cats, and they all had pancreatitis.
Yeah, that's
A level of
because
pancreatitis.
it has been completely untreated, undertreated, dental. I mean, these microbes move. They don't stay in the mouth. Harmful microbes inhabit the mouth. If you don't clear them, you can't brush them away, but you don't have to, they need to eat a better diet, right? But we're not going to cure the biggest of the biggies that are spending a ton of money overwhelming and saturating the market, right? And so,
With carbohydrates and
yeah, because those fillers make a lot of money.
Yep.
And they're cheap, but they're causing debilitating disease that's silent, and cats are suffering.
This is mind blowing. I'm having a hard time not thinking about the fact that 20 years ago I had chronic sinus issues, and they told me to take Sudafed every day, and I was like, I'm not going to do
Doesn't
it.
work.
No,
But you started taking
I started taking it like when it was really bad. It was-
Advocol and sinus
right?
There you go.
like every day.
But I don't now. But what I'm saying is,
I
like,
irrigate with that.
My Batman is 8 and had all his teeth removed last year due to resorption. Would there still be a benefit for him?
Yes.
explain why.
Okay. So even though humans and cats and dogs don't even have teeth anymore, they have gums.
Yep.
It's not a teeth problem. It's a gum health issue. If microbes are so bad that they caused an ecosystem that made you reject teeth, then that means you need to clean up the mouth, clean up the gum tissue, make it healthy, so those microbes don't invade the heart, don't invade the joints, don't invade the organ systems and the brain.
Next question.
Oh
going
my
back to we've
I'm a
got some
Debbie
rabbit.
Downer.
No,
This
great.
is
This
elevating.
is fantastic.
This is illuminating
So,
and elevating in every way.
Can we squeeze, like, can you use this in the ears for
Yeah.
those ear infections, or should you give it orally?
Both. So what I do is I put this in I have a dog now. So I put this in my dog's
Cashy.
water, and then, I know Cashy, and I put a scoop in his ear wash rinse stuff, and I shake it up and I squirt it every week.
So there we go. You guys. There was another question.
Mr. Milligan said in the
Oh,
brain.
his,
Well,
okay.
that
So
explains a lot.
this is my question, because this is what I wanted to ask you. off camera, but no problem asking on camera. Have
No
you
pressure.
done any,
No
no
pressure.
pressure, no pressure at
pressure.
all, but have you done, we deal with a lot of cats with stomatitis.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done any studies? What are your
Yep.
findings
Stomatitis has
for
been like
stomatitis?
literally, it's been one of the hardest things. There's never like a
Because
good
they're
answer
labeling
for
it like they're labeling it autoimmune, and then
Which is why
they're-
Jay probably wanted to
some
ask
are
It's
off
not.
TGF
camera.
beta driven.
It's what?
TGF beta.
Oh well, okay,
What's
that makes
TGF?
sense.
It was TGF beta driven.
Thank
Now we
God
know.
Friday.
Now we know. What is that?
Really?
Really?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Really, I don't either.
Okay. So you have TH1,
Okay.
immune response, which is like, oh, I just got injected with a vaccine. Ugh, right?
Yeah.
TH2, allergy, asthma.
Reaction.
TGF beta, tissue overgrowth, fibrosis, scarring. TH17, TH23, autoimmune. I'm going to react against my own tissue.
Oh.
Okay.
She's a scientist. This
Sorry.
is why it's
This
a
is-
little
this
over.
is
a little
It's-
confusing.
Okay, but when it comes to stomatitis, what
So
are you?
stomatitis
Yes.
is
It's
TH2. Fibrosis, asthma, allergy, like lesions that don't, like I get, when I scar, because I have certain genetic backgrounds, I form really big scars. That's an example. So you can
Your body
also form scars inside.
wow.
So TGF beta is a scarring mechanism where the mouth is trying to overheal because it's being hit by the fungus in their freaking mouths that no one's treating.
And this kills it.
Well, yeah, it starves the sugar. So the fungus doesn't grow. So then they don't secrete the toxin that causes the overgrowth.
Are you
And
literally
TGF
saying
beta.
This is what we
going
need
to
for
help
stomatitis.
We
Because
didn't
for
know that
so
when we
many
first
years-
built this, but vets have told us this works. So now we need
Guys,
Oh
my
my
God, we
God.
have to get this word out.
So we
And
need to
have
do
put
the
it on our
study,
stomatitis
guys.
page.
Clinical study. Let's
Okay.
do a clinical study.
Will you guys help us with this? Let's
if
get our
your cats
stomatitis
have
people.
stomatitis, please let us do a study.
Let's do a clinical.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
do it. We love clinical
Because
studies.
stomatitis is such a terrible suffering.
You got to cut away. Yeah.
Yes.
They are so in pain and they don't tell you.
Right.
And they hide under the bed. They hide in the closet. They don't eat. They don't drink.
And what's really sad is that it changes their person. But obviously, they're in chronic pain all the time.
And the
and the-
inflammation can actually cause cancer.
Oh God. And here's the
And
the
people will-
issue is that the vets will say what you need is a full extraction.
Nope.
And that's what we have in the past said too. But the problem is that
Nope.
they get the full extraction and the cat still has stomatitis. And
Yes.
like a toothless
So
cat
the thing is
with
is-
stomatitis.
so
They're not removing the roots.
nope. Here's
No?
the thing. So I come from rheumatology, right? So rheumatology is bones and joints. And the immune system, bone marrow, which has neurons and circulatory and stem cells and blah, 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 blah. And so that's not in dentistry. They don't think about that stuff. So a tooth fits into a socket and it's connected by a ligament, which is the periodontal ligament.
Yes.
So if you have bad actors in a rowdy house below the gum line,
The damn rowdy house.
the damn
You're
rowdy
a damn
house,
bad actor.
yeah, that are deteriorating and pissing off your immune system, and your immune system is going to wind up killing your own ligament to try and kill them. Epitope spread. It's called epitope spread, but it's a lingual.
Toast.
Epitope spread.
Epitope spread.
It's like avocado toast, but different.
Okay.
Sorry, no relation. I just made a bad joke.
That was great though. It
I
really
made a
helped.
bad
That was a
joke.
science.
We're so intense. She's like avocado. Anyway, go ahead.
So,
But that is
So
this is really
when the
starting to make
immune
sense.
system of the cat, the human, the dog, and the microbes start to deteriorate the ligament, guess what happens? That tooth is wiggly because it's not held
Right.
in place anymore. It's by the joint. The joint goes away. Tooth has to get pulled. That doesn't mean the disease goes away. because the tooth gets extracted.
So you're talking about treating this
Yes.
and keeping the teeth.
You got to keep the teeth. If you
my God.
If you pull a tooth, you lose lifespan. We know that. You failed. The system failed. The system failed you. They failed your pet. A tooth should be saved. That's why we
Even
are
with stomatitis.
teeth for life.
You guys, this is like, I have palpitations right now because stomatitis is something that, I mean, I've literally cried with people that have said, this is what they're dealing with. They've gone ahead and done the full extraction. Their cat is still suffering.
Yeah.
Because that is the,
It doesn't cure. You pull a patient, a human patient, and give them dentures. You don't get rid of the disease.
This is a game changer. Can we please, I don't know,
it's
this live
Okay,
Q&A
so
is
how
gonna go down in history.
here's
We have to
the
do
next
this study.
question for anybody that is watching this or comes back and watches this with the cat with stomatitis, because they are desperately reaching out to us and
Yes.
probably
They're
a million other
starving.
people
They
trying to
don't
find
eat.
like, this didn't work and I don't know what to do. My cat's in pain. My cat won't eat.
Yes.
You know, like, and that's really like, cats can't just fast for
No.
3 days. And
No.
a
They're
week.
going to have kidney malfunction soon.
Yeah,
Adrenal
liver disease.
issues.
they're going to go into
Well, and
hepatic
Mr. Milligan
acidosis.
just asked, so the condition for Truth for Life, does anything tie in with CKD? Miss some of your time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So what we're learning about humans and cats is that there are certain microbial signatures and metabolic signatures that they secrete that are fundamentally linked to CKD in both humans and cats. Gum disease in humans and cats. Different than dogs.
Isn't that interesting? Because
Wow.
humans and cats are actually.
We love dogs too, whatever.
We do.
Stop. Okay.
Different signatures. But
Yeah, but same.
real problems. Real
Wow.
problems.
So if you, let's just say someone came to you
So
and
what
said,
can we do about it is my question.
Yeah,
Like,
if
you were
dealing with a cat with
using
CKD,
teeth.
The
What was
first
your
thing you want to do
recommendation
is make sure that cat is on a raw diet.
okay,
Get rid of freaking carbohydrates,
okay.
sardines, omega-3s,
Yes.
mama.
I think it was Mammo Jammo.
Mama Jamma.
Or mama,
Good
mama,
Mama
mama.
Good Mama Jamma.
Good-
Good,
Good
not
Mammo
bad.
Jammo. Yeah.
And then, yeah, teeth is great. I'm not going to pitch my own product, but like,
Why?
Teeth is going to save lives.
yeah, it will.
If it's
Yeah.
gonna save a life, fix
I'm
the
not
problem.
a salesperson, guys.
No,
No,
but
but fix the
it's-
problem.
just tell
There's
us the
cats with
science.
stomatitis.
Stay away from carbohydrates
Yeah.
or do stuff that like stop the microbes.
Helps mitigate.
Or
the
both.
issues.
Or
Even
both.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I was
better.
going to say, we feed all raw, but we are we do. This
Our
is in
Panthers
our
that
water
just
and our
had their
cat's water
dentals
every
have
day.
never eaten anything but raw. Well, we feed them some canned food.
But
feed
even
them some
on a
canned
raw
food every
diet,
once in a while.
I mean, you can. There's
Yes.
still carbohydrates in raw.
Yes.
And that's a false narrative also about raw. There are carbohydrates, insidious carbohydrates.
What do you mean
In
by
protein.
insidious?
Are we
I'm
talking
They're
about-
not-
we're
in
not talking
bone
about-
marrow, they're
Yeah,
in
okay.
muscle tissue, because there are microbes everywhere. The body's not sterile. Just you break down body parts, organ tissues,
Yeah.
there are microbes there. They're turning glycogen and stuff into simple carbs.
Is anyone else?
So
This
this
person
is
excited
beneficial
about-
for
I've heard
whatever
that.
diet your cat is on. This is going to be beneficial for their overall
Yeah.
health of life. It's going to
Hey,
be
Lori.
it's going to be beneficial for their longevity of life, which is what we're out to do, right?
Hey,
It's
Rob-
like help build the longest living cats ever.
Rob raised the question or brought up a topic that is a frustration for a lot of cat parents. He said the raw diet
Yeah.
is probably a very frustrating challenge
Yeah.
for the 16-year-old freeloaders, which are his beautiful boys.
Mm. And he calls
What
them
would you,
freeloaders
the freeloaders, right?
because they love Doritos.
they don't
I know.
And-
My kitty.
Yeah.
They don't have opposable
We don't even
thumbs. They
have
don't
Doritos
pay
in this house.
rent. They don't help you make your nachos. They
And
don't
yet
go
their
get you chicken.
Bellies drag on the ground when
Right.
they walk.
Right.
I know.
So if you have a cat that, like, I do want people to understand that this is something that's so helpful. It's not like an either or. This is all and. This is all and. So if you've got your moisture is so important, you would agree.
Absolutely.
The moisture is a moisture-rich diet is so important. So if you get your cats just on a moisture-rich diet, add this into their food, into their water, it is
Yes.
going to
And it will
make an
help their
impact.
kidney health as
And,
well.
and here's something to think about. And I'm like such a party foul, Debbie Downer. But whatever
It should be
microbes,
fun.
every single microbe, which are, let's just say about 1 trillion microbes in the mouth, whenever they
Because we
eat
swallow
something,
1 billion of them every day.
100.
100 billion of them every day.
Whenever they eat something, they poop something really quickly, right?
So they like have a spastic colon?
See, they don't even have a colon, so it's like in and out.
Wow.
And so a lot of them tend to be toxins because of all the preservatives, the fillers, the blah 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 blah, artificial flavors for cat food in particular, which is a problem. And the microbes are using those molecules, and they're secreting it into cancer-causing things. So hydration is even more important for cats than humans. Because these guys don't drink a lot of fluids.
Correct.
Like we do.
Yeah.
So flush.
You heard it here. You heard it here, guys.
Carla, I'm with you. Just in freaking all right now.
Right? Carla, I know. Like us too.
Yeah,
like,
Megs, I just want to say, I think the biggest thing, like my brain is buzzing right now just thinking about everything you said about stomatitis. And I really feel like
lose the filters. Yes.
Oh my God.
Lose the filters.
Tissue growth factor beta.
Tissue growth factor beta. This is about to change so much. I want to do this. We
teeth
MMPs.
Rob, teeth in combination with catalyst and aminovast.
Yes.
Wait,
like
MMPs.
8, 11, and 13. Those break down the collagens in the mouth and make leaky gums.
What do you call them? MMPs?
MMPs. Matrix metalloproteinases.
I mean, she's just like, she's a genius.
Like,
no, I'm not. I'm just an immunology person.
Yeah, but how often do you get someone like this that cares so much about like our cats? Right?
They deserve it.
She said last night, like, let me just tell you guys before we end this, because we're about to end.
Oh, Megs, real quick.
But
yeah, if you use it in a fountain, get rid of the filters.
Toss the filter. Never use the filter ever.
Yep. Toss it. Get done. I'm very excited about that, because she did like this whole thing when we were trying to encourage our cats to drink more water. She was like, okay, but the filter is very important. So I'm going to make this video on how you clean the filter, and you need to do it at least twice a week. And
no. You're getting it wrong. I took the filter out, but it's the pump that you also have to clean.
Yes. Because
guys. And I was like, clean it once a week. And when we did the podcast, she said,
no. Even women that use pessaries every day and
take
pessaries. Okay, when you're 65 years old and have had children, you tend to pee your pants when you're doing yoga moves and walk your dog. And you get a device that you insert, and it pushes your uterus up again, so it's not hitting your bladder, so you don't pee yourself all the time.
What's the word for that?
A pessary.
A pestry or a pistery?
Pistery would be so much better.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm digressing. I know. But what we have learned, because we now formed this women's health company because of cats and dogs and humans and oral care, because it matters, it's linked, is that, believe it or not, a 30-minute incubation in 50% bleach solution does not eradicate biofilm on a pessary that was inserted into a vagina for a day. Imagine what.
Now we're talking vagina.
You were going to hear about a vagina.
You're welcome, Rob. You are welcome.
Imagine though what a filter or a pump for a week when you have that. I mean, the vagina is much cleaner than a mouth. On a cat, a dog, a human, a non-human primate, a giraffe.
Bet y'all didn't know that either.
You're welcome, Rob.
Clean that. Throw it out. Trust me.
The pump or the pest?
Oh, shit. Clean.
Biofilm.
Okay,
so here's the thing. When we were talking about the pumps, though, anyone who has a fountain, that thing gets slimy.
Gross.
So gross. Swampy. Like you,
so,
we do have potty mouths.
There's a clean. Did we swear?
No, we just said vagina.
It's totally fine.
And things.
Sorry.
If we do.
It's a physiological.
Oh,
don't ever apologize for any words you say.
No, don't fucking apologize for this shit.
It's a vagina.
Yeah.
And it's cleaner than your mouth.
Actually, it is.
Vagina is not
That's usually 5 species of major lactobacilli that inhabit the female
vagina.
Yeah. And it's really good.
And what's for the mouth?
The mouth is massively dirty. There's over 500 species.
Who knew that a microbiologist was going to let
telling
me
you,
know
I don't like.
that?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't even know.
okay, so
I
back to
don't
the
even
filters
know.
because
Right,
what's most
Carla,
important,
holy cow.
right?
So
Carla,
if you can,
it's the correct word.
It's teaching her about her mom's health, right?
This is big. This is
Yeah,
big.
me
Wow.
too, with my parents.
I mean, all female animals have one, and actually it gets contaminated by the oral microbiome. And they've shown in pregnant animals of all species, rats, goats, sheep, humans.
Cats and dogs.
No, because we have not done studies on cats and dogs because these are
We should
like
do that.
academic studies. And there's certain,
Wow.
but they've shown if you label fluorescently colored bacteria like red, green, and yellow, and you introduce it into a pregnant female.
Oh my God, this is about to be.
IV push gets filtered out by the blood. So all the red colored bacteria were in the liver.
Oh my God.
All of the yellow colored E. coli and stuff that they introduced intravaginally, sorry for the V word, but that's how they introduced it, did not make it past the plug. You know, when you have a kiddo, then there's a natural barrier that gets created. It's called a plug that plugs the cervix so that no microbes can enter that sacred space.
Right.
While you're in utero development as a mammal. Those yellow E. coli did not penetrate. The green guys introduced through the mouth wound up coating the little kiddos in the placenta.
Wow.
So, which means we don't know how microbes from the mouth make it into the placenta, but it's the third biggest risk factor is preterm birth and spontaneous abortions and miscarriages. If a woman has a female, a cat, dog, cow, horse, human, has gum disease.
You heard it here.
Yeah, this
You
is
heard it
fascinating.
here. You are
I feel
welcome.
like anyone raise your hand.
So clean your
raise your hand.
filters.
So clean your filters. All
And
the
your
same.
mouth.
Get rid of the
Your
filters.
JJ is fine, but clean
Just
your
have running
mouth
water.
and your filters.
Yeah,
You
everything is. Yes, it is a fascinating discussion. Is it? I'm telling you.
I feel
Lynn,
like this is just the
this is
beginning
what we have
of
been doing all weekend, and like my brain can't stop. Like I'm just like, wait a second.
when you recognize the
more, and I feel like
repercussions.
we have
of
spent the
what
past
you have
3
discovered.
If
years.
you care about breeding and pedigree, and you need to care about oral hygiene.
If you want to live,
Oh yeah, in
That
a
part.
healthy way,
right?
and give healthy offspring, because you not only inherit your genetics, you inherit your mom's oral microbiome.
Like I did not know that, y'all.
Yeah.
Best way. Okay, last question tonight because I know we're way over time. Sissy, I
Sorry.
love you so much. Best way because so cats are known for not liking still water. They love their fountains. They love moving water. We talked a little bit
Scrubbing
about that
my
earlier.
fountains.
So what is the best way to clean filters, pumps? Let's go with the pumps.
No,
Get rid of the
get rid of
filters.
them.
Get rid of
We
the
already said
filters.
Just get rid of them.
Yeah, because even 50%
Get rid of 'em.
bleach solution
So
for half
you
hour.
Let
they
it,
pump
like
that
the
through,
whole
doesn't work.
option,
So you
the
would
whole
say is
thing
get rid
is
of
to have
fountains
running
altogether.
water, right?
You can have bubbling water.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
still have the
problem
bubbling
is
water.
You have to use a motor to push the water.
Right. So what about
And
the
that
pump?
So
motor.
even a 50% bleach solution won't clean a vaginal pessary of its biofilm. God knows how long it's going to take
To clean
A filter.
a water pump.
or a water pump. I don't know the answer to this, guys, but it's not 30 minutes with 50% bleach solution. I can guarantee that.
So just get rid of the fountains for now.
So
I don't want to hurt any fountain companies, but like I don't see a value.
I mean, that's why we got rid of it. Our cats were drinking
Yeah.
from the still. They seem to prefer it, and
they
it's
like
so hard to clean.
They have the one that's like set up to the faucet that
Yes,
just runs. That would be
Aquapur.
awesome if
You've
you have
got
a filter on your
filtered water.
faucets.
And you clean
Yeah.
the filter on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have reverse osmosis running through your house, and then you can do, what is it called? Do you remember that guy we met like I don't know, 10 years ago? or something?
Aquapur.
Aquapur.
It's called Aquapur.
And you hook it up to your tap water, and it's literally
So
like
it's taking water from your actual tap, but as Dr. Emily said, you have to have you want to have filtered water coming through there.
Right.
Clean your
Because there
filter.
is some.
So basically, we're all fucked. There we go.
All right, and we're done. And we're done. Meg's asked, do you have any books out?
No, I don't even have time to live my life.
You
Okay,
have
so,
like
you guys,
articles
I am gonna-
published. Like
Yeah. We're writing some stuff up for peer review.
she's a super nerd.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
like
what I can say is
super
that
awesome
just
nerd.
tonight, I want to pursue this idea of doing a clinical study for
Yes.
cats with stomatitis.
Jessica Leah said, I think we can mind jam and create a bowl using fish air pump.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
We're
Let's-
all about mind jamming this weekend. I'm not lying.
All we're doing, our
Like,
brains are
brains are
so
freaking
incredible.
like fried
Jeff
and
uses
on
your
fire
teeth
at the
products.
same time.
Oh,
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this very special Q&A
Yes.
Monday.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr.
thank you
Ehrenstein.
guys for
for-
having me.
She's in Vegas on a business far more important than us, and
No.
literally was like, "Yes,
Took,
I will come
has
and
taken
do your
so
Q&A."
much time to like hang out with us, and we're
And it
very
is,
grateful.
it's the most elevating, illuminating time we have spent ever, I think. probably.
ever, I think.
This is really just such a gift.
Yeah.
To us,
Can I say
and-
3 things?
you may.
We contain multitudes.
What is that? What is that?
We are more than just human, more than just animal.
Can I hug you?
And with you have to get permission, as you saw earlier when
know,
I
I have
tried
a
to
big
hug.
bubble.
You have to get permission to hug Dr. Emily.
Oh my God! I was
Adrian's
gonna
a
hold
very
on
good
for a
hugger.
long time.
Okay,
All right.
we love you guys so much. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so much for
hanging
joining us.
Join
thank
us
you, Dr.
tomorrow, you
Emily.
guys. We're gonna do a Catio Live talking about See Me Out.
Yes.
We're going to the convention, our first
Yep.
time ever. It's
I
gonna be
mean,
so
and you
exciting.
got to hear about this.
It's
It's going to be
very
awesome.
exciting.
So we will see you guys
We
tomorrow.
love you guys. We love
you
your
so much.
cats.
Thank
Go
you for
give your
joining
cats
us.
some boots from us.
Bye,
Mwah.
guys.
Good night, y'all.